Good evening. Hello, Ardennes family. I'm Sarina Tirado, your Senior Regional Sales Manager. I'm so excited for tonight's call because even though it's the Yes system, we're starting a new year, right? So we started with our great event lead. We're leading into a new year. We're leading our teams. We're leading our business. But we also want you to take control and start the year 2022 on the right track with your health and your body. For that, we are dedicating this show today for the Send Challenge or the Send 28 Challenge. And it's going to be a very interesting call. But if you're joining us, if you're on our Jeunesse North America Facebook page, thank you. Make sure that you write comments and say hello to our special guest and tell us where you're connecting from. Also tag other people so they can join us. But if you're in the Jeunesse Live.events platform, make sure that you select the language of your preference. We also have Chinese and Spanish. So make sure you do that. And then having that said, who wants to win some free products? So if you're feeling lucky right now, we're going to be giving away this great package. Is the New You in 2022 package. It has the protein, the bottle, the shaker bottle. It has the shape. It has 4 prime. And we're going to have 2 lucky winners will be able to take this home. And how do you sign up for this? You have to opt in when you sign into Jeunesse Live.events. and make sure that you scroll all the way to the bottom to the right, and you're going to enter the information. If you're a guest that somebody invited you, you're not an actual distributor, you have to make sure that you have a North America address to participate. So at the end of the show, we're going to be announcing who the winners are on our Facebook page. So without further ado, the year we started very excited. We already did a trip to Dallas for the lead event, and I was there with somebody that I have come to not only respect and love working with her, but she's also become, a mentor, a friend. And she's somebody that we wanted on this call because if you had met her, she's all about being healthy, eating right, sleeping well, mindset, all of the things that we want everybody to implement on their daily lifestyle. For that, I want to welcome to the virtual stage my president, our president of North America, Betty Perez. How you doing, Betty?
Hi, Zarina. I am fantastic. Thank you so much for having me on. It's nice to see you. And how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. I just can't believe January is almost gone. You know,
Yeah.
we were saying goodbye to 2021, and we're already saying goodbye to January. But it's been very exciting. The feedback from the field, from the ones that saw us virtually, from the ones that were a lead, are very happy with everything, and we're happy about it. But having that said,
That's right.
I know that you and I we do it a lot, just like many of our leaders. We get to travel a lot. Like you started January, you were in the Emerald trip, right? And then you had to go
Right.
right into Dallas. Now you're in Florida. How do you do with this Zen? If you want to implement the Zen challenge and start the year healthy and on the right track, what are things you do every time that you travel to make sure that you're keeping and staying in track?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great question, Zarina, just because I know right now, travel is opening up a bit, and we all want to get on the road some way, somehow. And I think to answer your question directly, it just really comes down to priorities, right? It comes down to what do you value most, or what are some of the things you value, a lot. And so with that, I think. For me, I can only speak from my experience. Health is one of those things that I value so much. So, it really comes down to if it's important to me, if it's a priority to me, regardless of where I am, whether I am home here in Florida or whether I am traveling, I look for ways to ensure that I do the things that keep me healthy, Zarina. So that could be making sure that first thing I do, and actually I do this, I search out where's the gym, right? And so this may require me waking up a little bit earlier or staying up a little bit later, but I make sure and get some type of movement in. Another thing that I happen to do, Zarina, is, on Amazon, I bought just like little workout bands, and I have them with me, so I travel with those. And sometimes even if I don't have workout bands, because I do forget them, there's certain movements, and we could talk about that here in just a bit, that, you don't need any equipment, but you could do even in a small hotel room. That's one example, but I guess what I'm getting to is if you prioritize your health, if it's something that is important to you, ultimately we're always going to find ways to make sure that we're mindful of being the healthiest version of ourselves. So yeah, I mean, it really comes down to the fact that for me, it's a priority.
Okay, and one thing that I think I'm gonna like ask a question, but I kind of know the answer. But the field doesn't necessarily know it. I know you always carry
But
that big bottle of water. For you, that's something like key essential. Why do you drink so much water?
yeah, yeah, definitely. So, one of the biggest issues for all of us, it's being dehydrated, right? And our body is over 70% water, and it's so important to ensure that we are hydrated. It helps us on so many ends. I mean, anybody, just Google on there, why is water important for your body, for your health, and you're going to find so many different answers. I mean, it starts from making sure you've got a healthy brain. It helps with brain fog to, your skin, right? It's important for that. If you're working out, you need water in order to really pump up those muscles and really get the gains that you're looking for if you're lifting. For weight loss, right? If you don't have enough water, your body can't really flush out all the toxins in the buildup. So there's so many reasons, and to just summarize it, whatever your goals are, whether that's, losing weight, which I know that's a big goal for, all of us in the beginning of the year, especially after the holidays. I for sure definitely, I took advantage of the holiday foods. That's for sure, whatever the goal is, water is so, so key in order to make sure you achieve your health goals. Something that I do, Zarina, is when I can't carry this big jug of water, I typically pour from this into a smaller water bottle, and I can take this around with me. It's a little bit easier sometimes to carry. And I've got my Revitablue in here because ultimately, it's Revitablue. It's got electrolytes. It's got so many different nutritional or nutrients that help your body absorb and get the most from the water, so that I can use it for all the different, benefits and functions. So yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, water, super important.
No, I just wanted, because some people use excuses. I'm the first one that I'm like, oh, I'm on a trip. I'll retake it when I get back home. But, I see that even when we're on the staff room, you order your vegetables, your healthy food. I mean, there's not excuses. Like you said, if your priority is health, is to live a healthier lifestyle, you have to wake up. I remember AK. Ali, one day he's like, I feel awful because I didn't do a great workout today. But you know what? I'm committed of waking up every day and going to do my workout, whether it's my best one or the worst one, but I'm doing it. So it's just a matter of saying, like, I'm gonna do it. This is not gonna be a phase during my year, it's gonna be my entire year to be healthier.
Yeah.
And Genesis is all about that. So, I'm so happy we have a president that is the product of the product, and she lives healthy, looks healthy and young. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Betty.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just share this because I know we've got quite an agenda here today, and our awesome audience is going to hear from Dr. Montserrat, who has so much information to share. But I'll share with you that years ago I heard a quote. Actually, I read a quote. It was on a wall at a clinic, and I'll just tell you. I mean, it really it spoke to me. And it said, I wrote it down because I want to make sure I didn't misquote it. It said that we spend the first half of our life chasing wealth, and we spend the second part of our life using our wealth chasing health. I remember reading that, and it really hit me on a really deep level because, we live in this instant gratification culture, if you will, and it's easy to say, you know what, gosh, like I got to meet this goal, I got to do this, I got to do this, and I don't have time to eat, or I can't sleep 6, 7, 8 hours, right? And we kind of live in this culture of we keep the prize first, and we'll deal with the issues later, right? But at the very end of the day, our quality of life is so important, right? Our health truly is the vessel, our body. It's nothing but a vessel that allows us to do and be who we want to be, right? We all, you, Zarina, myself, like we have this goal of who the best version of us is, and we want to get all these things done in life. But at the very end of the day, if we don't have health, if we don't have vitality, if we don't have energy, we can't do any of those things and enjoy them. We might be able to do those things, and I mean, who knows, right? Everybody is different, but we want to be able to reach our goals and have that vitality, have that vibrancy, and enjoy what it is that we work towards. So, I'll just leave everybody with this. There's many different takes on what health is. I personally think it's multifaceted. From the things that I've read and things that I've seen, and that's what I resonate with. And ultimately, my question to all of us today is, how are we taking care of our physicality? Because our health definitely includes our physicality, which is movement, which is exercising. I definitely encourage, everybody, if you don't have a movement plan yet this year, get one. Join our Zen group on Facebook. You're going to be inspired by all the people that are moving their bodies. You don't have to do a ton, but just, making sure that you're moving your body at least 20 minutes a day. Our spirituality, Zarina, our mental health is so important. There's so much science. So absolutely, there's so much science that, our minds, it's our thoughts, their energy, and that really does affect, our reality. It really does affect the things that we're living. And so, I think being mindful of our mental health, that's super key. Of course, our nutrition, which, Zarina, you're about to talk to Dr. Montserrat, and we're going to dive into nutrition. I think it was Aristotle that said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. So I'll let you guys simmer on that one. That in itself tells you a ton. And then supplementation, right, which is what we have here at Jeunesse. We've got incredible products that, they are meant to supplement what we don't get from our food. There's no doubt that today, after all the technologies, Zarina, and pollution and everything, and, just the world that we live in, our soil does not have as much nutrients as it did back in the day. So, the vitamin C that you may have gotten, as an example, from one orange may not be at the same nutritional content that it was years and years ago. So this is where supplementation comes into place, right? So, we have to supplement with the best types of products that are quality, that are ultimately fueling our body, our health, right? In order to be the best version of us. And, Zarina, that is why I love Jeunesse. We've got a board of scientific advisors that look at every single product and make sure that we've got nothing but the very, very best. We are very science driven, where the science really meets nature, and we're giving the best of, everything there is to give. And so, this is why I love our products. I know how important they are. I take just about every single one of our products because they all serve in a different capacity, in a different way. So anyway, with that said, Zarina, thank you so much for having me on. And, I just want to jump on and encourage everybody. 2022 is here. It's okay if you start with New Year's resolutions in the beginning of the month. Maybe the month kind of rolled on and you may feel like you're so behind. The truth is, health is a lifestyle that is ongoing. So we can start today, start really working towards being the healthiest version of us. So thanks, Z, for having me on. Always great to see your vibrant, beautiful face and that wonderful energy that you have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Betty. So you guys heard it. I mean, it's a mindset. You have to get that commitment with you and decide how you're going to be healthier, how you're going to live your life, and how live the best life. But before we go into our next special guest, I want all of us to watch this video.
Trendy diets come and go. They might work for a while, counting your calories or points, cleanses and fasts. You'll see some short-term benefits, but when your lifestyle changes, it won't work anymore, and you'll have to start over. Zen Project 8 is a complete nutrition system, your simple and realistic solution for taking charge of your health. Zen Body products are a vital part of the Zen Project 8 system and work in harmony to help you make long-term change. Both the products and system help you nurture your body through 3 distinct phases: detox your body, ignite your metabolism, and thrive every day. Our flagship shakes are made of both slow-digesting micellar casein proteins and fast-absorbing whey protein for more balanced absorption. The slow-digesting proteins exclusive to Jeunesse control the release of amino acids over a longer period of time, so you feel satisfied longer. We created Zen Prime as the ultimate detox formula. Using traditional herbs and modern botanical nutrients, Zen Prime works throughout your entire digestive system thanks to its impressive pH stability. Our blend uses milk thistle seed, the gold standard for detoxification, dandelion root and juniper berry, which have long been used in traditional herbal medicine. Zen Shake contains Welltrim, a highly effective weight management nutraceutical ingredient that represents a new approach to supporting both weight loss and metabolic wellness. Welltrim IG is based on the patented, clinically tested extract of African mango, which was developed by Dr. Julius Oben, a world-renowned expert on obesity and metabolic syndrome. Welltrim IG supports health and wellness via unique properties that improve the function of leptin, a key hormone that regulates appetite, thermogenesis, and weight loss. ZenFit was created to supplement the nutritional gap in our diets. Amino acids are the building blocks of muscle, and our body needs support from essential amino acids to protect from muscle deterioration. Conveniently packaged for on-the-go, in-between meal support, ZenFit comes in 2 great-tasting flavors, which is sure to satisfy your sweet tooth. The powerful Zen Body line is sourced from science, designed for results, created for you. See the change you want to make. The complete line of Zen Body products, only from Jeunesse.
I love that video. For all of you watching, if you're a current distributor, you can actually find that video under Share Jeunesse. It's on the product videos, and you can share it with anybody in your teams. If you want to start a challenge now and join our entire community, go ahead. I mean, that's a great resource that we have for all of you. So having that said, I want to go now into a little bit more details on our incredible Zen line, which is only one of our amazing products on the Yes system. And for that, many of you know her. She's been kind of like a Zen ambassador for a long time. She has actually put together a Spanish recipe booklet for the Latino community for Jeunesse. But the funny thing is that even all other cultures have embraced many of her incredible recipes. And she is not only an amazing distributor and leader, she's a Sapphire lead, but she's before Jeunesse, she's a gastroenterologist and she's a nutritionist. So her goal in life is to be the product of the product, but also help everybody out there, empower them into getting the health and the lifestyle that they need. And with this incredible line of Zen, people can actually start that journey into living healthier and looking better. So let's bring to our virtual stage our Dr. Montserrat Rodriguez, or better known as Dr. M. How are you doing, Dr. Montserrat?
Wow, Zarina, I'm so happy. Thank you very much for having me here in this amazing call, which is the first one for this new year. And it couldn't be more inspirational and motivation to hear our president and yourself speaking about what is really important, which is our health. Our health is our priority, is the way that everything else is going to, go align in our life, in our future. And I'm so happy to know and to feel so comfortable working with people that take care of their health. So in that way, we can be also an inspiration, and we can motivate and lead the rest of our Jeunesse community and Zen community to do so. So I'm so happy to be here, definitely.
Well, thank you for being here, and I'll leave it for you to share our amazing Zen products.
Absolutely. This is something that I really love. And as you, maybe most of you already know, I am not only a doctor, but a nutritionist. And most of my life, I've been dealing and working with people that has very serious conditions related with the bad lifestyle, with the bad choices, with the bad nutrition, and probably with the bad supplementation. And that's why when I came to Jeunesse, I immediately, it was like a good click. We immediately fell in love with each other, and I found here the solution not only for me, but also for most of my clients. And I'm going to let you know why. we have strategy. We have like a GPS. It's a combination of different tools that are going to help our people to get to the place where they have or where they want to be. As I am saying, we have a plan, which is like it's very simple to follow. I always say that I love this program because it's an easy solution or simple solution for a very complicated issue, which is, knowing how to make our nutrition healthier, how to manage the different issues that we usually face when nutrition comes to our life, to our minds, okay? We, of course, have the best products that we can find in the market. And I'm saying it because I've been using them and tried them with my patients. So they work in a very synergistic way, not only among themselves into the line, the Zen line, but also with the rest of the portfolio that Jeunesse had. And of course, one of the most important things, which I think is the line that is going to connect all the dots, is our community and the amazing and infinite support that you can find there. It's not only a very strong community, committed community, but it's spread around the world. So everywhere you are right now that you are listening, for sure you are going to have a community, a Zen community close to you. So that's the three main pillars that the Zen Project 8 or the Zen Project 28, and I'm going to let you know right now in a minute what is the difference, is all about. We also have like different phases, and that's why now in this moment what we are handling on, we are just working with the Zen Project 28, because before the Zen Project 8 was designed to be followed for 8 weeks. But recently, a lot of scientific researches and, statistics has shown that the person is more willing to get into a program that it gives them a shorter period to work. And it doesn't mean that you have to work only for 28 days or for 8 weeks. What it means is like you have 28 days to change your mindset, to plan your lifestyle, and then to start to embrace it and execute it. And then after the 28 days, you can keep going with our lifestyle transformation, which is what the Zen Project is all about at the end of the day. And I think it's very smart because it's the way that our body works. So we have to start, of course, and in every nutritional changes or nutritional adjustment that we do, we usually start for a week, in this case, that is going to be like a cleansing week or a detoxification week. And in this week, we are going to do some things that I'm going to let you know in a moment. Then we have the second phase, which is designed for 2 weeks, 2 more weeks, and it's called Ignite, because after we clean up our body, then we are going to start to ignite our metabolism. Our systems are going to work more effectively, and we are going to be able to burn fat in an easier and faster way, which is what we all want. Of course, if you want to build up muscles, you are going to do it. And then the last days is going to be the Thrive phase, which is the phase when we start to live our lifestyle, our Zen lifestyle, which is a lifestyle with balance. We are diversifying our meals, we are energizing our bodies, and of course, we are going to start to feel much, much better. The other thing that we do in every single stage or every single step is not only changes in our nutrition, which is the base of the program, and that is the other thing that I love about Zen. It's not like only products or only pills or only, things that are not sustainable on the time, but we are going to start to eat healthier, better, and easier, and of course, in a most delicious way, because we are going to learn how to cook, which is very important. So we have the cut, clean, and flush phases that I talked already. And let's go a little bit into each one of them. When we talk about cut, is taking off what we don't need. The processed food, the food that intoxicate our body, foods that are very processed, that cause us retention or bloating, like gluten, soy, these ingredients that you are going to see here, any milk derivative like cheese or yogurt or refined sugar, all of these things that you are reading there, they are not important or they are not vital for our life, for our nutrition. So we have to take it out. Either if you want to lose weight or even if you want to keep it or if you want to balance your body muscles, because these ingredients they don't have any advantages, they don't have any nutrition. So we need to cut off all of that and be sure that our body is going to start to breathe and work in a better way. In this point, when you see coffee and tea, we have something that we change, because we have the True Nu coffee and the True Nu tea in some communities out there. And if you are in that blessed place or lucky place where you can find a True Nu coffee or True Nu tea, you can take it because those products are different. Then we have to clean, and I'm very glad that I saw Betty with the huge water container, because definitely when we talk about clean, water is a main ingredient here. And of course, that water not only is going to be part of our hydration, but it's going to be part of the preparation of our shakes with our amazing protein, which is the Zen Fuse, either chocolate or vanilla flavor. So we have that product there is going to be made with water. Of course, you can also make it with a vegan milk, like almond milk or coconut milk. Remember, we are trying to do the detoxification or the cleansing, and that's why we prefer to avoid the animal milk. So the most important thing in the Zen Fuse is the True Cell, which is a very, very smart combination of the two different parts of the whey protein or the micellar protein, which is a protein that is going to act fast, and then another one that is going to act slow. So you are going to feel yourself satisfied, and at the same time, your sugar blood is going to be more stable, and the cravings are going to disappear. The formulation, the amount of protein that our product has, is the right and exact amount of product that we need, of protein that we need. Remember, this is a supplementation because we are going to eat at least twice or three more times. So that is the reason why the amount of protein is very important. So we also have probiotic, which is very, very important, because most of the protein that is out there, other commercial brands, they usually give us bloatiness or constipation. And that's why this product is amazing, because it not only has probiotic, but also have fiber. So that problem is absolutely solved in our case. Then we have other products. This one, I love it. And I usually say to my patients that this is like the filter cleaning, because the Zen Prime is a product that is designed to help our liver and our colon to work better. And that is super important, because those two organs are the key for a good detoxification. It's a key for a good metabolism. If our liver and our colon are not working properly, if they are not clean, the process is not going to happen in the right way. So it's going to support and help that function, and that product is really a staple, not only for the people that is doing Zen, but also for everybody else. We insist in flushing the toxins by drinking water, as we already talked. And of course, then throughout the combination of our three products, the Zen Shape, the Zen Fuse, and the Zen Prime, we are going to burn, we are going to sculpt, and we are going to restore our body, our muscles, and our body fat combination. The Zen Shape is another wonderful product because it's meticulously developed to help us to curb our appetite, to control our cravings, and of course, it's especially designed with key ingredients that are going to help us to balance our blood sugar, which is the key. The key for those cases when sometimes you try to do a lot of stuff to lose weight, but then you cannot go through, you cannot go further, and it's because the insulin level and your blood sugar is not balanced. That's why we insist in this type of combination in our food, in our plate, which is the PCF, the protein, carbohydrate, and fat, that has to be present in every single plate, every single dish that you eat, but also all the products like the Zen Shape are going to work on that. So I love all of this. Of course, always we emphasize the fact that we have to move. We have to start to exercise. Food is of course a fundamental pillar for every transformation, every healthy transformation. But these days, we know for sure that exercise or moving on is another very crucial part in this transformation. Without that, it will not be complete. The restoration is made basically for not only for the nutritional ingredients or the nutritional help that we have from the food, but also for the one that we are offering throughout our products. We already mentioned about the combination of TrueCell, which is exclusive from Jeunesse, this combination of slow action protein and fast action protein. So it's very important. We already talk about this. Let me go through, because I want to show you the other part of the program. Okay, we did this already. This is the other product that I love, which is the amino acids, okay? ZenFit is a wonderful and very smart compilation of different amino acids. We have 5,000 milligrams of amino acids that are the building block of our muscles. And every one of us need to be sure that our muscles are not only healthy, but strong. And of course, they are the base of the regeneration of our osteomuscular system. So that's why during the aging process, we have to take care of that. So even if you have a normal healthy weight, you have to take care of your muscles. And the ZenFit is going to help you to do that because of this amazing combination that we have. The ZenFit, the Zen products, and of course the Zen lifestyle are going to guarantee you that you are going to live and enjoy your new healthy lifestyle. So I think we have been through the most important phases of the program. We are also have been talking about how to use the product. So I hope that with Sarina back, we can maybe answer some questions about the people that is been listening, and that's why I'm here, to help you guys.
Thank you so much, Dr. Montserrat. I mean, I know that you're definitely an expert of how incredible our products work, you know, and the synergy that they create with one another. I remember back, I think it was like a year and a half ago, we did one with Dr. Jampapa, who said that when you take AM, PM, it will help you absorb the protein on SAN and the, all of the other products better. So even in the new year, it will help because sleep is also a very important part of losing weight and staying healthy, getting that rest that we all need. So having that said, I know that one key thing is set realistic goals. What would you suggest to everybody watching us about setting very realistic goals?
I love that question, Sarina, because actually one of the trends, visions for nutrition in this year and the coming years is going to be to focus first in healing, detoxifying, and then changing the numbers in the scale. Because sometimes we get so, focused and so obsessive with the number on the scale, with the size of my pants, and we forget everything else that we are getting from changing our habits. And sometimes a number is just a number, but the energy, the way that you age, the regeneration of your body, when these conditions, these bothersome that starts to disappear, is when we start to have a healthier and more planned, I would say, wholesome life. We need that. So in the first place, let's set goals of taking away at least 3 things that your body doesn't need, like sugar, alcohol in excess, I will say, and ultra-processed food. So that is easy. If we start to set goals, like every week, a new goal, something that a new conquer, if once I eliminate the sugar or the processed food, okay, I can move forward to what? Oh, maybe cutting portions, off. And then let's start to drink water, and then let's start to intensify the exercise. So I will say the key is in go from small to more, big achievements. And once you get it, do not leave it. Stay there, hang out there.
Okay, I like that. No, because I know I'm the first one that if I say I need to lose 20 pounds, it's already like a long-term goal. So I'm gonna get, like I'm gonna lose that excitement that I have. But if I say like, hey, I'm gonna start drinking my 8 glasses of water a day, and I start doing it, I'm gonna feel good, even though the scale is not going down, and then I'm gonna like make sure, like for example, for me, a very important goal because I have very bad sleeping habits is to at least sleep 6 hours. I know the best way will be 8 hours, but I'm happy with 6 because that really helps me wake up and have more energy. And when I have more energy, I focus on doing more things instead of being like, oh, let me eat this or let me like chew on this or whatever. My mindset is better. I'm more clear. So, I like that, setting small goals and then obviously the main big goal that you want. And then my next question will be, I know that one important thing is eating right. But I remember back when the first Scent challenge I did, they told me make sure that you're making the food exciting, because if you feel like you're just chewing on broccoli and like you know the protein, whatever, no salt, whatever, you don't enjoy it, you don't make it exciting, you're really not gonna last. So you having made a recipe book, how would you answer that? How can they make their food exciting?
Well, first of all, let's think about what we are going to add instead of what we are going to take out, because it's a different vision. It's like half of your half glass is empty or is full, and half empty or half full, and that's the most important thing. The idea of taking out what we don't need is because we need space and we need room for the things that we really need. So that is a different mindset. So it's not what they are taking out from me, it's what they are giving me in the first place. So secondly, very important, also another trendy, also another thing that is being successful for a long, long time, which is the presence of the 3 main macronutrients. We need protein, good carbohydrates, and good fats. So those diets or those lifestyles are based on taking off completely one of the macronutrients. Usually they do not last because they are not sustainable. Our body needs the 3 macronutrients. So that's another important thing here. If you have something that you love, like let's say brown rice or quinoa or sweet potato or beans, those are good carbohydrates. Or why should you take it out if they are going to help you to make your life easier and more, more interesting nutrition-wise?
Right.
And the same with the protein. I mean, maybe you are vegetarian or ovo-lacto vegetarian, but if you are pescatarian or if you want to eat poultry and red meat and fish, why not? So again, we make the room and we welcome all the good sources of protein, which is very important also, because there is no completely bad food or completely good food. I mean, talking about real food, of course. Everything can be digested, and everything can be useful for you if we do it in the right proportion, if we do it in the right balance. And of course, all the minerals and the micronutrients that are in the vegetables and the fruits, we cannot avoid them. We have to take advantage of that because it's another great tool. You cannot imagine how different a vegetable can taste when you saute it, when you boil it, when you make a puree, or when you make a mashed vegetable, or when you make a soup. So try, practice, and that's why the recipes that we have here are all about, to help you to make your food more interesting, more delicious, and more tasty, definitely.
I love that. I love that. And it's right because I remember that you even told me once, hey, if you like sweet potatoes, you can have it, but hey, let's not fry it, right? Let's not put a lot of, butter on it. You can mash it. I mean, you can make, pancakes out of it, with the same protein. I mean, there's so many ways that you can still eat those foods that you like. It's also the way you prepare them. Stop frying stuff, stop using like white processed flour and all of those, and you can still eat amazing. So we're gonna be talking a little bit later on about the recipes. But another thing that I wanted to ask you was, I know that one of the things for people to stay and make this a lifestyle is the process. And I know that one time we were talking about it, and you told me, Serena, it's not so much like you said, how the scale is going down. Start focusing on after you eat right and clean, how does your body feel? Because when we eat wrong food, we start yawning, we get tired, we feel bloated, then maybe we even like we retain fluids. We don't feel good when we start eating right, when we start exercising, sleeping the 8 hours. You completely change, and we need to focus on how your body feels through the process, so then you can say, hey, this is something that I'm falling in love with, how I feel. So can you talk a little bit about the mindset when you have like even patients that come in and they're losing the focus, right, on how they need to fall in love with the process?
Yes, definitely. And that's why the community is so important, Sarina. And I really invite everybody that is listening or is here with us to join the community in our Facebook page, because it's amazing. All the inspiration, the motivation, and it's like coming down to earth again, because you know what, everybody has these moments when we say, okay, it's going to take too long to be there, it's going to be too hard for me to get there. And definitely that community, that support is going to help us to stay focused. On the top of that, we are all the time doing the calls, helping people, to get more creative with the food, to challenge among themselves, to create competition, a healthy competition that is going to help them to stay focused and to do the transformation in a good way, in a good pace, because that is very important when we are trying to change lifestyle. It's a lot of things. That is not an easy task that it can be done in 3 days. So this is why, it was a very smart movement from our company to encourage everybody to be part of the community.
I love it. I love it. Definitely. You feel better, especially, it's a process that it's not painful, but, it's not easy. So it's good to have somebody kind of like keep you, accountable, for the process. And another thing that we always encourage in the Send challenge is like make sure that you put tight clothes, take a before picture, right? And start taking pictures because sometimes maybe the numbers are not going down on the scale, but you're actually losing some inches. So it's good to
Uh-huh.
measure yourself, to take pictures, and keep looking at them. Maybe you don't want to share them on social media, but maybe you can start challenging with your friends, with your family. I mean, if we're trying to live this lifestyle, we want to do this challenge. We also want our loved ones to be healthy and fit. And once you're healthy, I mean, we can fight anything that comes our way, right? So it's very important we do it. I know that we have
It's so important.
a Rubik director.
And
Yeah,
in the,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry that I interrupted you, but it came like a flash to my mind when Tony Robbins came to our expo, and he
Expo.
said something. I think it was the open statement that he said, and it was like, we usually overestimate what we can do in 1 year, but we underestimate what we did throughout, the last year. So it's like if you keep the follow up with the pictures, with the measurements, with every call, with your clothes, you are going to see how much you have achieved, and that is very important. Instead of focus on how long it's going to take, how much more effort do I have to do? It's definitely different.
Yeah, it's right. It's like what they say is the journey, it's not the destination. So it doesn't matter where you want to get, just enjoy that process, that journey into a healthier lifestyle. So I'm gonna wrap it up here because we have to share some other news, and I hope that we can have more calls on this. But thank you so much, Dr. Montserrat, for being on the call with us and always loving our products and being a product of the product. So I hope to see you very, very soon.
Thank you very much, Sarina, for having me.
Okay, bye bye. Well, you heard it from Dr. Montserrat Rodriguez. I mean, I just love the way she explained the products. And like she said, join our Send Project A page. If you speak Spanish, Latin America has another page that is really good. Find the recipe books, share it, do the challenge with other people. We want to see your progress, so make sure that you share with us. But before going into the next part, we mentioned some lucky draws at the beginning of the show. So make sure you go into our Facebook Jeunesse North America page. We're going to be announcing the two names of the two lucky winners that got to win the New You Send package. So we hope you enjoy it and you enjoy the journey and share with us your incredible results. So having that said, one thing that we're going to be sharing with all of you, not only on our Jeunesse North America page, but also on Instagram group for North America, we have amazing recipes that are not only easy to make, but they're so delicious. And many of them, we can use the protein, the vanilla and the chocolate ones to make them. So, be in the lookout for them. Also on the Send Project A page, you can download the booklets of recipes. We have so many. We have Asian recipes. We have Spanish. We have, American recipes, internationals. I mean, they're so good. And this is the way they look. You can print them out, you can share with your friends or make them yourself and then hashtag, send challenge and send 28-day challenge to us so we can also be sharing how the recipes come out, that you make them yourself. So we cannot wait to see everybody's progress, and remember, enjoy the process. So join the community, follow us in social media. On Facebook is Jeunesse NA, which is North America, and Instagram is Jeunesse NAM, which is North American market, and then hashtag 20-day challenge and the hashtag Send challenge. So having that said, we have upcoming events this month that we want all of you to make sure that you mark it on your calendars. Okay, so we have on the 31st, we're gonna have, we're having this send the Yes system. But then on the first, we have the monthly Insider, which we're gonna be sharing amazing new of upcoming events, new promotions that are be taking place in the month of February. And then on the 17th, we're gonna have a Yes system special edition. We're gonna have our President Betty Perez interviewing our Dr. Luis Martinez on the Yes system. So make sure that you tune in and invite as many people as you can to join our events, because they're very exciting and they're full of knowledge, and knowledge is power. So having that said, we wish you the best of luck on the Send Challenge, and we cannot wait to see you on the next event. Thank you so much.